Welcome to all in my YouTube channel. Now, students, today we are going to learn the next part of this chapter, that is relationship between delta H and delta U. Now, in thermodynamics, in continuation with our last lecture, we are interested to see this point, that is relationship between enthalpy change and internal energy change. Before going to this point, we should know that what is the relationship between enthalpy change and internal energy change. Then we will go in detail of this equation. Now in our last lecture we have seen the point enthalpy. H is equal to U plus PV. This equation we already studied. Now in continuation with that, we will show the relationship between these two factors, and we already learned that both these factors are nothing but the state functions, means whose value depends on initial and final states of the system. So let us start with that equation. Delta H is equal to delta U plus delta PV. This equation we already learned, but this equation we will modify by taking the term P outside this delta. Why? Because one condition we have studied, which is nothing but external pressure is equal to internal pressure P. Now under this condition, or at constant atmospheric pressure, both when the reaction is carried out in open vessel, in that case P becomes constant. So this equation will becomes like this: delta H is equal to delta U plus P delta B. Now we will start with this equation. This equation is nothing but what we can say, at constant pressure, means where both the pressures becomes equal, external pressure as well as internal pressure. Okay. Now this for reactions involving solids and liquids, reactions involving solids and liquids, if we calculate or if we see the term delta V, that is change in volume, it will be negligible. So we will make some changes according to that concept. That is, if we modify this equation by substituting this value, that is delta V is equal to 0, then what you will get? All this factor becomes 0, then you will get this equation delta H is equal to delta U. This is the equation for what? If the reaction which is either in solid or in liquid state. Now we will move for the next point, that is for the reactions involving gases. This is for what you can say solids or liquids, but in some reactions are also there which involves reactants as well as products are in gaseous state. For that reactions we will get this equation as it is, or we have to take that equation as it is, because in gaseous states the pressure term is very important. We cannot neglect that term or it will be present. So we will take here for reactions involving change in volume, it cannot be neglected. In that case we will take this equation, that is we can say delta H is equal to delta U plus P delta V. So this is a very important equation in that case. But if we consider the volume change, it will be in two cases, that is V1 is the volume of gas phase what you can say reactants. V1 is the volume of gas phase reactant and V2 is the volume of gas phase products. So these terms you should keep in mind. So according to this variable terms, we will take here or we will make some changes in the change in volume. So what you will get? You will get delta H is equal to delta U plus P, inside bracket we have to write V2 minus V1. Why I have written like this? Because there is a change in volume. Okay. So I will call this as the equation number 1 from this equation. Then what you have to do? You have to simplify this equation. Delta U plus PV2 minus PV1. You will get this equation. Okay. Now here, sorry, I will call this as the equation number 1 for our simplicity. I will call this as the equation number 1. Okay. Now here, V1 is the volume of gas phase reactant and V2 is the volume of gas phase products. Now this equation, if you are going to apply for ideal gas equation for n number of moles of gas, and you already, all of you are already familiar with ideal gas equation, that is PV is equal to nRT. In this case, we will get to both variable terms, that is volume as well as number of moles. So we will get two equations for ideal. If I apply this equation to ideal gas equation like this, for ideal case, what you will get? You will get two terms here. PV1 is equal to N1RT and PV2 is equal to N2RT. So these are the two terms which I have got if I consider this equation for ideal case. Okay. So I will call both these terms as the equation number 2 for our simplicity. And if we substituted these two values in the equation 1, then you will get the final term like this. Here delta H, equation 1 becomes is equal to delta U plus this term PV1 and PV2. We have to substitute their corresponding values. Instead of PV2, I will substitute here N2RT minus N1RT. Okay. Now we have to simplify this equation by taking the two common terms, that is RT, delta U plus, I will take RT as a common, so inside bracket what will remain? N2 minus N1, and outside the bracket I will write RT. Okay. So this is the required equation 1. On substitution of values, you will get this final equation. So this is the equation for what we can say. If I convert this equation to ideal gas equation. Okay. Now what this term indicates, N2 minus N1, is nothing but the change in number of moles. That is, I can also write like this: delta H is equal to delta U plus delta NG RT. Why I have written NG like this? Because this term delta NG, it indicates the change in number of moles of that substance which is in gaseous state. So this is the notation of that sign, that is delta n at the subscript G. Okay. So this is the final equation, or we can say this is the relationship between delta H and delta U. All this derivation in your theory exam you will face this question with 2 marks, and this is the derivation, simplification of the derivation. You have to write it in very simplified manner, and all the terms I have explained in very simple manner. Okay. So after this we will move to the next part, that is work done in chemical reaction. All of you know about the value of W, that is work done. In our previous videos we have learned work done in pressure volume type as well as work maximum, that is W max equation in isothermal reversible condition. Now here in some chemical reactions, how work done will take place and how much it will be takes place in the form of derivation we will discuss here. Now the work done by the system at constant temperature and pressure we will write first, that is W is equal to minus Pex multiplied by delta V. Why I have written this equation? Because all of you are familiar with this equation, because this is the work done when a constant external pressure is present. So here we will apply one condition to this equation, means at constant pressure. At constant pressure we have to substitute, or we have to make some changes. Px is equal to P, means when you are carrying out any reaction in open vessel at constant atmospheric pressure, the external pressure becomes equal to internal pressure. So at that time we have to use this Px term. Instead of this term you have to only write W is equal to minus P into delta V, this term. Why I have written like this only P? Because both the pressures becomes equal. Okay. Now here if the change in volume will take place, volume is also a state function. So instead of this delta V, for sake of simplicity, I will write it in like this, that is in two variable terms, minus P into V2 minus V1. Okay, because I have to calculate the work done for chemical reaction in which volume is variable. So I have taken two values of volume, that is V2 and V1. Now suppose we have considered this equation for ideal case, and as earlier we have already studied it for ideal gas equation. So here also again what you have to do, you have to apply this equation, that is this work done for gaseous reactants as well as products. Then in that case what you have to make changes for gases. If I consider this equation for ideal gas equation, before going to that, what you have to do, you have to multiply this P with inside the terms. So you will get minus PV2 minus PV2 plus PV1. Now I have got these two terms. Instead of that, I will put these terms. Again, for our simplicity, I will write here PV1 is equal to, this is condition for what we can say ideal gas, means that reaction, if it is in gaseous state, then we have to substitute instead of these values here N1 RT and PV2 is equal to N2 RT. Now these terms I have to put in this equation. Then you will get the work done like this. Work done W is equal to, instead of PV2 you have to substitute minus N2 RT plus N1 RT. Now you have to make rearrangement in this equation. For the calculation of work done, what you have to do? You have to look at these two terms. Here, you have to take minus sign outside the bracket, and the common terms are RT. You have to put that common terms outside the bracket, and inside the bracket you will get the two terms, that is N2 minus N1 RT. Now when I have took this minus sign outside the bracket, if you are going to multiply inside the bracket, then you will get this equation. Look at here, minus N2 RT and minus of minus becomes plus N1 RT. Okay, so that's why I have taken this minus sign outside the bracket, and I can write here now N2 minus N1. This is nothing but what we can say, delta N RT. So this is the equation for what we can say, work done. When I have studied one of the chemical reaction in gaseous state, and for that gaseous state I have considered the ideal gas condition. Okay, so here if we consider the three cases in which work will be positive, negative or maximum, or what you can say constant, that all terms we will study here. I will make some changes in this equation. Delta Ng, like this again I can also write in that equation also. What is meant by delta Ng? Change in number of moles in gaseous products of reactant. So this is the what you can say the final equation which I have got. Okay. Now the above equation means this equation, it gives the work done by the system in chemical reaction. Okay. Now students, the sign of W depends on the change in volume, means in which condition or at which sign the work will be variable or it can change. That three cases we will study with the following cases. Okay. Now if first condition is that if number of moles of products are more or greater than the number of moles of reactants, in that case delta Ng means this term, that is the change in number of moles, it will be positive. In this condition, the number of moles of change in number of moles of gaseous product or gaseous products, it will be, its value will be positive. Why? Because the products are more than the reactants. Okay, and we are subtracting number of moles of reactants from gases. So as we have got this value more or greater, then we can say that delta Ng will be positive. Okay, and if delta Ng will be positive, then we can say that work is done by the system and W will be negative. In this case we can say that work is done by the system. So this is the condition what you have to keep in mind. Okay. first of all, I will repeat once again this condition or this case. Then we can say that. Then we will go for second and third. If number of moles of products are more than the reactants, then according to this equation you will get delta Ng value positive. And in that case, work will be negative. Or we can also say that work is done by the system according to the sign convention we have taken here this one. Okay. Now the reverse situation will be if takes place. In second case, if N1 will be greater than N2, then delta Ng value it will become negative, and here work will be positive. Means work is done by the surrounding on the system. So this is the case, second case. I will not write again this sentence because you have got what is meant by the or what is the value of this work done. With the sign you can identify. Work is done by the system if it is negative, and in this case if W is equal to positive means work is done by the surrounding on the system. Reverse situation will happen. Okay. But if we take the number of moles, means number of moles of gaseous products as well as reactants, if this be equal, if N1 is equal to N2, in that case what happens? Delta Ng value becomes 0. It has no sign because both are reactants as well as number of moles of products as well as reactants will become same, and in that case no work will be done. That is delta Ng is equal to 0 and W is equal to 0. Means we can say that in third case no work has done, means no pressure volume type of work done will be there. That is when number of moles of reactants and products becomes equal, in that situation there will not be any work done. So this is the all about the derivations which you have learned in our today's lecture. Again, in your theory exam, this question or this derivation will be asked for 2 marks. So this is what I have explained in very simplest manner. In your theory exam, these 2 derivations are very important. So you should be prepared. Thank you very much.